Adunni Adewale, popularly called Adunni Ade, is the celebrity I want to be highlighting today. So I'll be shining the spotlight on the life of Adunni Ade, a journey into fame, and how she has somehow gone down from that particular fame. Anyways, if you're new here, thank you for coming. Go through our contents, consider subscribing to this channel. If this is not your first time, thank you for always coming and staying through to whatever we have to offer you. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and let's talk about Adunni Ade. So it's common knowledge that she is of dual citizenship, dual nationality. Her mom is German and her father is Nigerian. That is basically all we know about her. And also, we know that she relocated from the United States of America, and also that she is a mother to 2 children. But outside of that, most of Adunni Ade's life has been very private. She does not say a lot of things about herself. Even her journey in fame has not been publicized, even though she's a famous person, if you know what I mean. So that is why today I have decided, out of the good of my heart, to bring you all of the details about Adunni Ade's life, the shocking revelation, the dark parts and the darkest moments of her life, because hers is a life that has actually been riddled by so much negativity and darkness. And at the time, she even, according to her, attempted to take her own life. So then, let's talk about her. Now, like I said, she is of dual citizenship, but she grew up basically in Nigeria up until her secondary school education in Lagos State with her father, who actually remarried. So she stayed with her stepmom and the father and their children. And according to Adunni Ade, growing up, childhood was actually very traumatic for her, and she does not have any beautiful memories, so to say, of growing up, especially in Nigeria. That she had to be moving from family to family, you know, staying with this family today, stay with the next family the coming year, because she didn't have a stable home because of her father's new wife, so to say. However, she said that we should never think ill of her father because she loves the man so much, and she understands that he was just weak and he couldn't help what was happening in his own life at that moment. And you know, having that kind of childhood, someone, a typical Nigerian, a typical child, whatever race you might be, would crave for their mother. And so she started to crave for her mom, and she wanted to just see her mom. And then her dreams came true and her prayers were answered. When after her secondary school education, she moved out of the country to stay with her mom, where her mom was. But then all that glitters is no gold. That is what she actually got to realize, because when she got to US and she was with her mom, she realized that they were actually 2 different people, and her joy was actually short-lived because her mom was also fighting demons of her own. Adunni Ade came with her own expectations and so many demons that she was fighting on her own, and so they had several clashes, and it was very difficult for them to find a balance and live together. In the course of, you know, trying to find that balance and understanding the, you know, dynamics between them as 2 different individuals from 2 different backgrounds, as the case is, she met her now ex-husband. Now, Adunni Ade has never granted any interview where she spoke about her ex-husband. They were legally married. They were together for about a decade, close to 10 years, but she does not speak about him. Even in the interview she granted very recently, where I got to know that she spoke about the man, she said very little about him. All that we know is that the marriage, according to her, was very bad. It was just like she went from frying pan into fire, and she started to question herself, started to question what she is, who she is, and why she always had to enter into negativity. And then remember, she rushed into the marriage with this man because she just wanted to get out of the toxicity that she was experiencing at home with her father and her mother, and then she entered into the wrong marriage. I mean, like that. Now, she said in the course of all of those things, she tried to take her life, like I mentioned at one point. At actually another point, she entered into depression, and she had to start taking medication. Then the side effects of the medication, though, although it calmed her nerves and it made her very okay, the side effects was that she started to lose her memory. So she began to do things that were otherwise not normal. That was the side effect, started to lose her memory. And then she had to wean herself off and stop taking the medication and try to find joy in a somewhat very unjoyful situation. Now, she left that marriage after 9 years, and after having her 2 sons, it became a matter of what next for her. And so her journey into Nollywood began, because acting has always been something she was passionate about, something she's always known how to do, something she's always known she would probably fall back to if every other thing did not work as the case is. So she packed the bag, left Baltimore in the United States of America, and came to Nigeria to pursue a career in acting. And like something good coming out of her, she began to do well in acting, started with comedy skits with comedian Bobby, started to get movie roles, started to do well in the industry. But then, in fact, she was even nominated for an AMVC, African Magic Viewers Choice Award, for Best Supporting Actress for the movie that Bobby also produced, It's Our Day. And she said she expected that, things would keep moving forward and things would get better for her, seeing as she's beginning to get nominations and she was beginning to do well. But then her childhood ghost came back to haunt her because she was bullied as a child because of her skin color and her not being fully Nigerian. And they started to experience that again in Nollywood. They started to see that people would begin to outcast her and outtype her because of her skin color. They would relegate her to certain roles and would not want her to do some certain things. And then because of her work ethics, according to her, she's a very strict person who does not have time or take any mismanagement of business dealings and whatnot. And now, typical Nollywood, there's a clique thing going on, there's a gang, there's a who knows who, and that kind of thing going on. And because she does not belong to any of these gangs or any of these cliques, she began to lose recognition among even her peers. Colleagues that she started together with in the industry are now big shots and big name in the industry, doing so many great things and, basically rolling in money now. But where's Adunni Ade? She's actually taking a bench on the sideline because they decided to sideline her when they got gigs like that would pay big money. They would remove her name. She lost several endorsements deals according to her, and she realized that, okay, it looks like the English genre of Nollywood is not for me. These guys do not want to see me succeed or do amazingly well. So she started to take up roles in the Yoruba genre of Nollywood. I mean, she can speak Yoruba language fluently because she grew up in Lagos State. She communicated in Yoruba language as a young child. So started to take roles in Yoruba industry. And that is what she's been using to feed herself, coupled with several endorsement deals and then her business deals. And she's like, okay, she does not know what the future really holds for her in the Nollywood space, but she's sure that somehow, someday, lights will shine on her, just like I'm shining the spotlight on her today. And things will get better for her in the industry. And then maybe the clicking thingy would maybe go down. Maybe she would maybe become a part of a clique in the Nigerian Nollywood industry. And she'll start being a big shot by herself all over again. Anyways, you can only wish her the best because her life has actually been riddled by so much negativity. And this is the first time she would grant interview like this. It was a tell it all interview that she granted and spoke about her childhood, something that's actually very private. People don't know nothing about Adunni Ade. But now you know something. You do not just know anything. You know her darkest secrets. You know the darkest and the most shocking revelation. Because who would think that somebody like her, I mean, if you see her skin and the way she speaks, you will think, oh, she's always had it easy in life. And then acting was just something she dabbled into because of passion. Yes, passion brought her there, but it was because she needed sanity and some sort of structure in her life. That was why she entered into acting and came back to Nigeria to pursue acting, unlike her colleagues that left the United States to Nigeria to pursue acting career because it was all rosy for them. Anyways, that is all I have for you about Adunni Ade Adewale today. Let me know in the comment section if you have similar experiences or you think she's not just trying or vying hard enough, because Omotola Jolade has said it as if you are a female in the Nigerian industry and you are not making it. It means you don't know what is doing you. Well, I don't want to comment on that, but according to what she said, the Nigerian movie industry now belongs to the women. So if you are a woman and you are not making it, they said that you should go and run with dada and go and tie your shokoto very well and understand the dynamics and what you're doing wrong so that you also can start chopping and eating out of the money that these women are making producing movies. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Take care of yourself. If you enjoyed this video, you know how we do it. Give it a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.